Willie Applebottom here.
And I'm Todd Roger Festerson. Perhaps you're wondering why we look so steamy today.
Well, the sad truth is we're covering calculus, and quite frankly, our sex appeal is the only thing keeping most of you tuned in.
Oh, I know what you're all thinking. Oh God, not another calculus comedy educational skit.
Well, don't worry. We're bringing something fresh to this admittedly tired subject.
Alright, let's get started. We decided to focus on a number of series convergence tests for tonight's show. To begin with, I'd like to tell you all a little story entitled Geometrics and the Nth Term Test. Once upon a time, in the land of Cosania, there were two families with very different tastes. They were the Geometrics and the Johnsons. Now, each family had a young child who was preparing for the big day of convergence, a Jewish holiday. Now, that of the Geometrics, following the strict code of the a sub 1 times r to the n, knew he had to be judged to see if he was worthy of convergence. However, he was nervous. Failure of the test meant that he would grow larger and larger until he diverged into a great bloody mess. He approached his examiner with great trepidation. If his R value was equal to or greater than 1, then it meant failure. The seconds ticked by, and just when Nat Geo thought for sure he had failed, success! His R was less than 1, and he, like his ancestors before him, converged to a sub 1 all over 1 minus r. We don't really know what the heck that means either. Now, the Johnsons, not believing in exponentially growing R values, had their child take the nth term test to decide his convergence. If his limit, after being tested infinitely many times, which is totally possible, ended up not being 0, then he would diverge. Unfortunately for the youth, after only the 10,998,233rd tests, the boy had already approached a staggering value of 0.5. The examiner squealed and ran with fear, knowing full well that in 20 years the boy might grow at a rate that would find him nearly doubled in size. The fool! Divergence was at hand. And so ends our tale, with absolutely no moral and barely any informational value. The end.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that story, folks, because it'll be with you until you die.
No forgetting that one.
Time to move on, I think, to the ratio test.
Ah, yes, the ratio test. For this specific example, we decided to use lots of shouting and repetition that we learned from the best. Used car salesman, the radio, and our wives.
The same one. Betty. Alright, roll the clip.
Bob here! Are you doing the ratio test? I can guarantee you you're gonna need some ones. CNN? Buy a 1! CNN? Buy a 1! CNN?
NBC! It's Andy here, and if you're buying ones for the ratio test, I can guarantee you're gonna need some reciprocals. That's why we here at Bob and Andy's Reciprocal and One Emporium have all the reciprocals and ones you're ever gonna need.
Ever! But the economy is tough these days, and we realize that buying all these extra ones and reciprocals, oh, it's gonna hit you hard. These days, BOGO just isn't enough.
That's why we created the buy 1 1 for 1 and get 1 1 for 4 less than 4 ones deal!
Boofa-goofa-tiffo!
That's at least 10 times the amount of letters in BOGO!
So you know you're getting a good deal. Boofa-goofa-tiffo! 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 Boofa-goofa-tiffo!
And remember, if you get a limit using our ones and reciprocals that's less than 1, yet somehow still the series diverges, then we'll send you your money back, plus a free convergence.
Guaranteed! So come on down to Bob and Andy's One and Reciprocal Emporium today!
Man, I wish I had some ones. I can't do my ratio convergence homework without them.
Well, I don't do homework, but I can get you some ones.
No, that's all right. Let's just move on to the direct comparison. Did you just bleep me? I said skit. There's nothing wrong with the word skit.
Oh, well on the script it looks like shit.
Oh, come on! How that didn't get bleeped? Are you serious? Are you really? I'm not even.
Roll the damn clip.
To describe direct comparison, we've created a little analogy for you. Here, we have a little skinny girl named Samantha who wants to wear a dress for a school dance. However, the timid thing is fearful of being too big to fit and does not want to try it on. Instead, she decided to have her friend Fat Sally try on the dress. Being much bigger, if Sally will fit, then shy little Samantha will too. But if Fat Sally doesn't fit, Samantha still won't know if she does, being so much smaller. But luck! Fat Sally fits! Look at that form! Hooray! All right! And that means that Samantha can fit in this dress. Looking good, Samantha. You could use a bra. Yikes.
Now, this is how the skit relates to calculus. Like the girls in our sketch, convergence and functions work much in the same way.
Right. You see, if you have two functions in a series, and the larger of the two converges, then the smaller one will as well.
Likewise, if the smaller diverges, then the larger one will diverge too.
Wow, we just taught something in a serious manner.
Oh my god. Well, quick, make a fart joke!
No. This time we let it go. Be strong.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go on to the P-series and limit comparison sketch. Seriously. Hey.
Hey. How you doing?
P-series!
Okay, that was obviously not P-series or serious at all. We're going to fire our writer shortly after this. But first, let's show them the real P-series there, Willie. That's not it. That's a food. And that would be Mr. T, you lovable idiot. No, P-series works like this. If you have a series in the form 1 over n to the p, then the following applies. If p is greater than 1, then the series converges. If it is less than or equal to 1, it diverges.
This knowledge can be used with the limit comparison test, where if we have the limit of a sub n over b sub n converge to a number between 0 and infinity, both a sub n and b sub n must both have the same behavior.
Since b sub n is often the p-series test, it's easy to see if a sub n converges or diverges by looking at the p-series.
God, we're intelligent. But I wonder if one of our colleagues is as intelligent as we are.
Do you mean?
I do. Our beloved buddy, the black-bearded blonde boy, Jameis Forth Wongleham, here to tell us all about alternating series.
Yes! Oh, but before he starts, I'd like to remind him, when he thinks he's done showing us a problem, not to forget to test the endpoints. We here at Action Kitchen Talk feel very strongly about that fact, and we'd like to remind everybody that goes into this. Don't forget. You got it, Wonkleham.
Jameis Forth Wonkleham at your service. I'm here to talk to you about the alternating series test. This test will be used whenever a -1 to the nth power appears. The conditions are as follows. First, the series must be positive. Second, the function must be decreasing. And third, the limit of the function must approach 0. Once all these requirements are met, then you'll know that the function and the series will converge. If that happens. Then you must use other tests to discern whether or not the series converges absolutely or conditionally. Back to you, front desk.
It's nothing personal, just business. I did warn you to check the endpoints for convergence. Didn't I?
Yes. Always remember, when dealing with series with variables, to check the endpoints for convergence. But now let's take it on to the integral test. Please.
In a world of simplicity, where simple people live, there comes certain times where complex situations arise. When this happens, Integral Man is there to save the day. Using his powers of integration and calculus, he can handle any complex problem that any simple person might have. Call Integral Man. He's here for you.
Integral Man, thank God you're here. I need your help. I have a conical object with a slight hole in the bottom, and water is leaking out at a constantly changing rate. I need to know how much time I have left before all the water is gone. Can you help me? This looks like a job for you.
This looks like a job for Integral Man.
That's what I said.
What are you doing in my house?
Integral Man, thank God you're here.
Of course I'm here. This is my house.
Listen, I need your help with my calculus homework. I'm trying to find the convergence of a series, and I know I need your integration technique.
The integral test. Of course.
Spring into action, Integral Man!
What's the antiderivative of x squared? I think a U substitution would work here, right? A U substitution? Oh yeah, yes. No, U substitution just it doesn't work.
Oh wait, keep doing that.
Another one?
Yeah.
Another. Oh, of course, another U substitution.
By George, I think you've got it.
Yes! Integral Man to the rescue! Our hero.
Well, looks like that's the last test we have time for today.
What about the nth root test?
Let's be real, we used that about twice in calculus.
Oh, well then, let's skip that one.
That's a pepper. You said skip. There's no pun there. Well, I hope you all learned something today. I know Willie hasn't.
I did learn one thing.
What's that?
The limit as fun approaches infinity of calculus education.
And it is?
Action Kitchen Talk!
Yeah!
Just wanted to let you guys know, this hole in my shoulder is not going to keep me from sleeping with Betty. Oh, I've been working on your wife. I've been working on your wife. I've been working on your wife. I've been working on Betty.